So, all right, guys, welcome to the webinar on we have a mega launch for the Azure tracks. These are the ones that are not same as Azure Data Engineering. For Azure Data Engineering, we have a great instructor called Ashok from US, and he's teaching data engineering. But there was a huge demand from a lot of audience members, a lot of young people, professionals, to start traction, other traction Azure. So we were hunting. We hunted for some time. We were approached by many people that they are good at teaching, but we rejected almost all of them. We rejected four, five, I think about seven people. We said no to them. Why we said no to them is because they were simply, they did not have the right experience, they did not have the right communication skills, or they did not have in-depth experience, right? They did not. They were only about money, or trying to be famous on YouTube or Instagram, and that was not our objective. Our the objective of the COE is to have people with deep experience, people who can relate to you and relate to the problems of the industry, and they can bridge that gap. So having said that, we found Aradhya. Aradhya Singh is a cloud architect, and he has many years of, he's a practitioner and he's a great teacher. So I saw, the classes, the demos previously, and I was very happy to get Aradhya on board. And you'd be surprised. Well, some of you might be surprised to know that when Azure started, I mean, right when Azure was introduced in the market, he's he was one of the very few trainers in India that was teaching Azure back then. So he's been aware of all the developments that have happened in Azure from a long time. So I will hand it over to Aradhya. And my name, by the way, my name is Arun, and it is not important to remember or know my name, because think of me as a friendly ghost, or a friendly, you can reach out to me anytime via Akriti or Prem. Um, I run and manage the COE groups, Center of Excellence umbrella, and we are a bunch of, you know uh, serious professionals with a lot of experience. Um, some of us have experience more than your current age. But this session is not about us. It's not about Aradhya. It's not about Premsai. It's not about Akriti. It's not about anybody. It's about you, because you are the ones who are in the learning stages and want to learn something new to make your career. And it is our goal. It is our desire to help you achieve that. And if we can do that for you, I'll be happy to send you my resume, my details, or everybody else's details. But the real benefit to you is what we deliver and how much you can partner with us to learn and grow your potential to the fullest extent. With that, over to Aradhya. Aradhya, if I missed out something, please go ahead and say, because I don't like to do a lot of fancy introductions. I'm quick, but if I missed out something important, please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Arun. So let me share my screen. Please, guys, confirm once it is visible to all of you. Guys, is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Aaradhy Singh. I'm the part of industry close to 20 years and working on Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing since last more than 11 3 months, means whenever it was in beta version, since then I'm working on it. But after a couple of years, I could not get opportunity. But since last 11 plus year, I'm working, at least I'm working on Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing. Plus, I'm providing this type of training and certification since last than 9 plus year. Even that time in India, as Arun was telling, there was very certain professionals available to provide the training. Since then, I'm providing this type of training and certification. I started my journey from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, worked in Malaysia and Singapore for a long time. Then I returned back to India, started working with the HCL Technology Limited. From HCL, I moved to Microsoft Skype UK. Then from there, I moved to Accenture, Accenture to E&Y. So these are my past experience. Now let's move towards the demo part. So first about this program, it's not a normal program. It's just a consolidated program, or you can say this is just master program. In this master program is sponsored by Center of Excellence. Here in this master program, you will get the content related to, first it will start from basic. The region is in market, you will get lots of people. At least 60 to 70% people are self-claimed cloud expert. Means what they are doing, they are just watching a couple of videos, they are just going through some of the documents, and after that they are claiming. Because of the claim, maybe we can claim that, okay, I'm self-claimed cloud expert, but in real-time situation, they are unable to prove. That's why if you see here, 60 to 70% people are struggling industry. The reason are they are self-claimed, or they're just watching a couple of videos from Udemy or YouTube, or they're just learning some document, and after it, they are going for the interview. So first, in this case, people are facing several challenges. One is getting opportunity is not easy. It's a very difficult for them. If somehow, because of any reason, if somehow they got opportunity, for them, it is very difficult to survive in industry. Even after it, in case you are able to survive, then growth will be very difficult for you. Why growth the region nowadays? IT companies are not looking for the professionals. They are looking for the robot. And we are not robot. What does it mean? It means if you know X, they're expecting Y. If you know X and Y, they're expecting Z. So what we have done, based on my experience, I realized a person who has good control, end-to-end control on infra side. Infra is cloud administration. Second is cloud development and cloud searching. So these people are getting better success compared to others. So for it, we have designed a master program. In this master program, we are starting from very beginning. Doesn't matter, maybe some of you already have on the cloud computing, but for them also, we are starting from very beginning. So basic administration, development, and architect in the live session. So I'm the only in Pan India who is covering architecting in the live session. Someone can teach you, but people cannot uh, tell you how to design the architecture. So whenever we are covering any content, same time against the particular use case in the live session, we are designing architecture here. So that's why in beginning I told you I'm the only one in Pan India who is covering the architecture or who is drawing the architecture in the live session. What is advantage? If I'll draw the architecture in the live session, so it will give you more confidence. It will be very easy for you to connect. Otherwise, same thing I can verbalize in a minute or two, and what will happen next day, same day, or after a week, you'll forget everything. But here, whenever I'm drawing, first I'll start with the use cases. Against the use case, I'll draw the architecture, and then 100% implementation, if I'll show you, it will be remain in your memory for a very long time. That's why the success of this course is very high. More than 70 to 80% people are getting opportunity after this. Even for them, survival in industry is very easy. Why very easy? The reason, suppose you're working as an admin. So every time you will not get opportunity to work as admin. Maybe you'll be the part of admin support team, admin core team, admin solutioning team, or you can be part of any team. So you will not handle only admin related services. Sometimes you have to design the solution. Sometimes it will be mix of architecting and administration, sometimes development and administration. So keeping all this situation in mind, we have introduced a course called the Azure Master Program. In this master program, we are starting from basic, administration, development, architecting. Manual and automation, both are the part of same course. So if you see the course content, so if you observe the course content offered by Microsoft, so what Microsoft is doing, 10, 12 years ago, there were just 3 papers only. There were 3 certifications available from Microsoft in Azure side, but nowadays we have more than 40 different certification. So it's a very big business for Microsoft. So what Microsoft is doing, suppose as of now, suppose there's one course. After 2 or 3 years, they will divide the same course in 2 parts. Means you have to enroll 2 times, you have to learn 2 times, 2 certificate you have to clear. So what we have done, we have consolidated everything in one course, and whatever is common, suppose a content is common in development, administration, basic, or architecting. So here you will get opportunity to learn once, and apart from it, you'll get the other topics related to administration, development, architecting. Plus, automation is also the part of same course. Means first we are starting manually. Once we feel you are comfortable with the manual implementation, then slowly we are moving toward the uh, automation side. If I'm talking about automation, we are starting first with the Windows PowerShell, the region Windows PowerShell is the backbone for automation. If directly I'm starting the PowerShell, it will be black box for you. So what we're doing, we are starting with the Windows PowerShell, then Azure PowerShell, then ARM tablet. So these 3 platforms we are covering for automation. So first we are starting with the fundamental, uh, like what exactly the cloud computing is, what are the different type cloud providers available in market, what are the different deployment models available, what are different type of subscription available, portal detail, what are the different portals available, what is region, what is zone, what is data center, what's the difference between all these, how these data centers are connected internally, what is resource group, and many more. Then after it, we are delivering the storage account. Storage account is one of the biggest topic. It can be used by developer, admin, and architect. Even data engineer and data scientists also using it. This is a very vast topic. So almost everything we are covering in big detail. So around 6 hours we are covering the storage account, and lots of people are getting opportunity just after the storage account as a storage architect. Plus networking side also we have multiple. Networking is compulsory for developers as well as admin. Why it is compulsory for the developers? The reason is when sometimes developers are getting opportunity to migrate on-premise existing application from on-premise to cloud infrastructures. In that case, you should be good in this area. So this is a recommendation from Microsoft to cover the networking or administration part for developer as well as admins. So it's not the basic networking stuff from fundamental to very advanced level with load balancer, application gateway, secure communication, point to site, and many more. Similarly, all the other type of advanced topic like Active Directories, authentication authorization using RBAC, backup, disaster recovery, app service environment, app service plan, Azure function, logic app. Even if anyone who is working on any SaaS-based product like Office 365, Dynamics 365, EX Retail, this course is very important for them also. The reason these type of people are usually playing with the storage account, SQL Azure function, logic app, service bus, event hub, all these topics all will be covered here. Even in case you're working as a developer and you're applying to secure your API, for them this is a very mandatory topic, API. There's no, you can try outside also. It would be very difficult for you to find out anyone who is covering the API, but we are covering here, including manual automation, database, DevOps administration, and many more. Now, after this course, where you can target, if anyone who is from SharePoint background, maybe you're working as a SharePoint developer or SharePoint admin, you guys can plan your career with this master program. If anyone who is from development background, doesn't matter what type of platform you're using, maybe you're working on .NET, Python, PHP, Java, or something else, you can. Similarly, in market, you'll get multiple type of admins available. Lots of people are working on SCCM, Windows, VMware, network admin, database admin, system admin, cloud admin, Linux admin, security, and many other type of admin. So if anyone who is working as an admin, they also can plan with this course. Similarly, DevOps engineer, even DevOps engineer, IT manager, AVP, VP, directors, everyone is learning this course. So the reason is, now question is why AVP, VP or director are learning? The reason, they are not developing something. They are not going to administrate something. they are the people who are discussing with the customer. So if they don't know what different type of solutions are possible, so for them it is very difficult to manage the customer. That's why lots of senior folks also learning this. So architect, if anyone who is already working as an architect, maybe infra architect, enterprise architect, cloud architect, network architect, storage architect, or solution architect, they are also learning it. Similarly, for others like system engineer, system analyst, or if anyone who is from support, L1, L2, L2, or L3 support, they are learning this. So this is the course content. I think the course content is already circulated. If you don't have, then later on it will be circulated in group also. Now, before moving ahead, in case any one of you have any question, you can raise your hand. If not, then we'll move ahead here in detailing part.
Guys, this is your chance where you can ask Aradhya any question. Even though you might feel it's a basic question or it's a tough question, you can ask anything to him because he's here to guide you. Because it's not about seeing slides. Aradhya does not believe in these slides. The slides are just for basic information so that he can share the course outline. But Aradhya is the kind of person, he comes from hardcore experience background, so it is okay, whatever comes to your mind. For example, if you are a young person, it might come to your mind, sir, why do I learn this? These are three tracks, dev, admin, architect tracks. So I'm a fresh engineer or I'm a fresh MBA. Sir, can you explain to me what kind of jobs are available in the market, or is this field growing, or any such question that comes to your mind? Please feel free to ask. It's a very friendly environment. Go ahead and ask anything that you have, or you can raise your hand and he can look out for your signal to answer a question.
Correct.
Hi, Prem. I'm Joshi here.
Yeah, Joshi.
I'm working as a Snowflake developer since 2 years. So previously I worked as a SQL developer. Currently I'm looking for the data engineering kind of course and how this course will be helpful for me.
Okay. So if you're applying towards the data engineering side, so for data engineering side, we have a very dedicated course available. That's different from this one. This is the master program. But if you are planning toward the data engineering track. So Arun, I think he
Yeah.
read about our data engineering course.
Yeah, so for data engineering course, Joshi, you can talk to Ashok. Ashok, because if you've done Snowflake and you want to learn Databricks and all that stuff, Ashok is the right person to talk to for that one. But a lot of people, sometimes what people do is they do the data engineering course, but let's say they want to expand their knowledge. So they say, okay, I know data engineering well, or I have done that, but I also want to learn a little bit of what goes into development, what happens in architect. How, so if you look at Azure, the Microsoft roadmap, it has multiple certifications. So since we already were covering data engineering in depth, we launched the three other tracks with Aaradhya.
Right. So what happened if you see lots of data engineers, ultimately what will happen after certain time, they also looking for solutioning or architecting type of position. In case anyone is planning to explore more, they are going with this course. This course is designed for everyone, doesn't matter what is your key skill. Maybe anyone who is working on the SharePoint, maybe your experience is 5 year or your experience is 20 years. It's for everyone. And this is a master program where you'll get exposure related to administration, development, and architecting. These three.
Exactly, because the more skilled you are, let's say I know only one thing of Azure, if you have multiple skills today in the market, it's a very competitive market. So having more than one skills is definitely going to help you anytime. in the just like, if I am a driver, I know how to drive a bicycle, I know how to drive a scooter, I know how to drive a car. So I know how to drive different kinds of cars. I know Power BI, I know Tableau. So if I have more than one skill, it will always be very helpful. It's as simple as that.
So one more thing, one more example I'll give you. If you see lots of people who are working as a Power BI developer, so they're not working or they're not learning only Power BI. Whenever they can get an opportunity on Power BI project, they're working. Similarly, suppose in your organization, there is no project on Power BI. So if they have the knowledge of Tableau, they are getting better opportunity compared to others. So this will give you additional advantage.
Yeah, got it.
Any other question, guys, before Aaradhya moves on to the next slide?
So yeah, I have same type of question. Looking for like something more about the integration part, like cloud with the Databricks and all this. I think we already have an answer with that. We have a different course for that. So in this course, as per the architect design, what we are going to learn it, like in deep or just an overview of
It's
architecture?
a deep. It's a deep. So 80 to 85% time we'll focus on implementation, means you'll learn the integration. Remaining around the 15% time we'll focus on use case study, architecture designing, and other type of preparation.
So do we have any lab also, like we are going to do,
Yeah, so the lab will be provided from our side, but here Microsoft is providing 1 month free subscription. If you are talking about the subscription, so Microsoft will give you around $200. They will top up in your account, and this you can use for the practice purpose. But lab will be provided from our side. So
Aradhya,
Okay.
I do want to say something that I said in a whole different meeting this morning. In my morning, I'm in US, so right now it's nighttime. So what I said was, if you want to learn how to ride a bicycle, or you want to learn how to drive a car, there are two types of teachers. One teacher will give you a booklet on how to ride a bicycle. The other teacher will give you one big manual, Bible, on how to ride a car, how to troubleshoot a car, and he'll give you a very big book. He'll give you 7 books on that. But does that make you a great driver? No. Similarly, the very reason we have Aaradhya is because he's a hands-on practitioner. So the way he will teach is, like he already said, it'll be hardcore labs with practice. And of course, when you start appearing for interviews and the mock sessions and those kind of things, he will help you prepare for that also.
Okay. So like my next question is that like we are going to discuss the interview questions also after each session, or like going to be a different session for the interview questions, like on this topic is going to be interview questions, and
so
this is how we can plan it out.
okay, so for interview, interview preparation is also the part of same course. We are conducting a session, a long session we are conducting, like how to hunt the job. Reason is most of the people, around 60% people don't know how to prepare their CVs. Lots of people can prepare, or they are subscribing from any other channel, or they are learning from here and there. But again, for them, it is very difficult to apply. For example, suppose I'm from Noida location. So normally what people are doing, people are just trying to open account on Naukri.com. And over there, if you remember, there's an option, your city, current city. So there'll be one option only. Normally people are set in Delhi NCR. So in that case, you will get a opportunity related to Delhi NCR. And after that, people are saying, hey, I'm not getting calls, or every week I'm getting hardly 1 or 2 calls. So in this case, what I suggest everyone, guys, do one thing. In case you feel you're applying to increase the volume of the calls, so we have some different strategies, how to find out the jobs from LinkedIn and other platforms, or in case without the support of LinkedIn or anything else, you want to increase the volume of the calls, then I usually recommend everyone to create at least 4 account. 4 account fit with the 4 different email IDs. In that case, you have to, in one case, you have to mention you're from Hyderabad, second case, Pune, third, Delhi, and fourth, Bangalore. In this case, you will get almost all the calls from these 4 cities.
So let me add a few things to what Aradhya just said. So
the way we prepare for interviews is obviously there'll be some pointers while Aradhya is teaching or while he's giving, he's doing the labs with you. He will have certain things. He'll identify what areas, questions, or what topics are more important from a perspective of if he was taking an interview for you. Like he's a senior enterprise architect, right? So if he was taking what kind of questions he would ask in general, or what kind of questions industry asks. Sometimes it may be done after every session. Sometimes it can be done towards the end of the course. That's answer number one. Number two, we have a whole group called as Global Career Services dedicated to LinkedIn optimization, resume optimization, and answering any kind of questions. For example, some people are transitioning from one career to another. We answer how to do that. We answer that. If somebody is wanting to get a promotion within their own company, we'll answer that. So, if a person is moving from non-IT to IT and wants to develop his career, we answer that. Think of any question under the sun. We have experts, including myself, and I answer pretty much every kind of question that you can ever ask.
Okay, yeah, I got the answer. Thank you.
Any other question?
Yes, I have one question. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I have around 5 to 6 years of experience in Power BI, and currently I'm also learning data. It's an auto ML platform. I've been trained from my company's end. So I also wanted to explore the Azure ecosystem. So I was just confused whether to start with this course or the course with Ashok. Uh, so this is a confusion, is what I'm having. Whether this is a kind of a foundation or should I go ahead with that?
So both courses are good. In both courses, you start learning from the foundation. So the initial portion, right? The fundamental portion, there may be some overlap because the foundations of Azure is foundations of Azure, right?
Right. True.
Later on, he progresses towards Azure Data Factory and Azure Data Engineering and Spark and everything else, while Aaradhya is going to focus on the admin, the architecture, the development, those three tracks. So we have separated the tracks because people sometimes they want to do one or the other. So we have distinct brands. So you're welcome to join any one of them, but obviously there'll be some overlap within the fundamentals. That part is obviously different.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, Nagaraj.
Hi. Hello, sir. Thanks. Firstly, I want to just introduce myself. I'm Nagaraj Trikona and I'm from Leeds. And I'm a student of Ashok, sir. And my question is as Arun, sir, has told previously, that a few of the people who are aspiring to be a data engineer in terms of Azure, they want to expand their knowledge and they want to join this course. So I'm one of them, has discussed. So my question here is, in Azure, in Ashok sir's classes, we learn about Azure Data Engineering, ADF, and Databricks, and we see the data engineering part. When we come to this course, we have admin, we have development, and we have architecture. So I just wanted to know in what place this fits into. I mean, be after engineering or before engineering. And in Azure, we have many services. So what all services falls into in which location? I mean, admin, Azure, etc. Yeah.
Okay. So there are a couple of services which is common for everyone. For example, if I'm talking about the Azure SQL, so in Azure SQL also we have multiple services from SQL side. So this is common for developer as well as data engineers, means both are using. Similarly, if I'm talking about the Azure function or logic app, so this is used by data engineers as well as by developers. But for developer, there are lots of other services. For example, what they're learning Service Bus, Event Hub, API management, logic app, Azure function, app service plan, app service environment, plus network side, plus lots of other services they are learning. So there are two different tracks. One is the data engineering. So whenever you are going with the data engineering, you'll play with the data. Suppose you are getting some data from one source system or different source system, how to transform the data, how to finally, how to load the data, how to pull
Correct.
data from different source
Yes.
system using the ETL platform. Then somewhere you have
Yes.
to load it maybe in raw or
So,
landing zone you have
In
to
any
load.
area,
Then
yes.
after
Correct.
it
Yeah.
using data factory, you have to transform.
Yeah.
So Nagaraj, in other words, just like even if you look at a simple visualization tool like Power BI, right? Data, it depends on the role on how you will use the services. So for Power BI, a data analyst will utilize it in a different way. But if somebody is a development track in Power BI, he will utilize in a very deep way. That way will be completely different. So depending
Yes.
if somebody is only an admin managing like Tableau server, he will utilize it in a different way. So it depends on the role, how deep you go into one area. So with Ashok, you have gone deep into the data, ADF and Databricks area. That is one great
Correct.
qualification in itself to have. Now this is the other part which is focused on the development, admin, architect track. So that way it kind of completes your circle if you want to have in-depth knowledge of other tracks.
Yes, sir. I understood. Yes. But when we talk about these services, as you told, yes, that's correct. We use services based on the role which we are in. Uh, Suppose we talk about data engineering part, which we are learning now. We use Databricks and ADF. One is to create the pipelines, and one is to run with the PySpark, etc. But what my question is like in admin part, for suppose we are using Microsoft Entra ID for it, we use on the whole we use this service for creating the admin type of works, and this is the segment where we use administration part. So we will use Entra ID, and when we come to architecture part, you'll use majorly this tool, and in this you have sub services. We can use many services.
Okay.
So I just wanted to know
Now,
on the whole
so
picture what is the service.
for architect usually if you see what where they have the control, they have better control. Architect they has normally they have very good control on data side, applications, I mean development, they are very good in data development as well as administration. Means a person can provide a complete solution. You cannot, our architect cannot do the okay, I'll provide the only solution related to admin. If you provide related to service, then if something in your solution in overall project, if there's something related to development or maybe related to data, related to analytics, related to something else, so do you think there'll be five or six architects in the same position? So no. Usually there'll be one solution architect, either solution architect or enterprise architect, and they will give you whole source solution. That's why here it will give you confidence on solutioning side. Region, we are not just going to cover overview, we'll cover each and everything practically. That will give you confidence, plus in real-time situation, whenever you'll get opportunity to work as architect, you will be able to provide a solution plus draw the architecture also. It's not only solutioning, it's just implementation, solutioning, and administration, all three in the same course.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
So one more thing, I'll tell you one thing. Suppose you are learning data engineering. So in data engineering, you are playing with the data, but how exactly internally data engineering is working, how to integrate with others. For example, storage account is one of the topic which is common everywhere. How the storage account is working, what is the architecture, whether we should go with option number one or option number two. This is deciding part. So here, as a solution architect, as an admin, you guys should be very good in all the areas so that we can take a proper decision. If you're not taking the decision right way, then maybe the cost will be higher. For example, if I'm talking about redundancies, Microsoft is offering multiple type of redundancy. Based on the redundancy selection, the cost will vary. For example, if you're going with the LRS, locally redundant storage, then you have to pay 2 cents per GB per month. Same time, if you're going with the GRS, then 4 cents per GB per month. Just cost will be just double. Because of your one decision, your cost will be maybe 50% or just double. plus how the system
Okay.
is working, whether in which situation, where you should deploy anything, what is the architecture, where you should place which technology. So here you will learn multiple technology. Like by completion of this course, you will learn at least 30 to 40 new services. It's not one or two service. If you have big basket, then only you can sell it. So as a solution architect, as an admin or as a developer, usually they have very good control on multiple services. As a solution architect, they know lots of services.
Okay, so at the end, we will be in a position like we will be in a decision making position. Like
Yeah, correct.
what we need to use to solve this problem.
So,
For
correct. So,
suppose we have a blob storage or an ADLS storage,
mhm,
architect would be saying that which one would be viable, which one would reduce the cost, or which one would be apt to this procedure.
correct. So
So
it's not a solutioning. You'd be in a position to provide a solution to the customer, as well as whenever you get opportunity, you can implement also. It's implementation and solution. Implementation, integration, and solutioning.
okay,
So if I'm talking about admin, so what is the role of admin? A person who is implementing in real-time situation. Now, usually, most of the things will be implemented by admin. But what about solution architect? In some of the cases, they are implementing plus they are giving the solution. Whatever the solution will be provided by architect will be implemented by admin only.
okay.
Any other question?
Thank you, Aaradhy.
No,
I
sir,
think
thank you.
we can move on, and then people might have other questions in between. We'll address them.
So next is, so why this course? What advantage you'll get here? First, it's a demand of industry. At the beginning, I told you nowadays companies are preferring to a person who can provide the solution. There are lots of implementation experts are available, but they cannot provide the solution related to something else. They can provide related to whatever working on. Suppose you are working on Active Directory, so you'll be good in Active Directory. But do you think Microsoft Intra ID or Azure Active Directory is one of the service? No, there are several services used. So if anyone is going with this course, they will be expert in multiple things. Even after it, in case you're applying to appear as an admin, you're applying to appear as a developer, you're applying to appear as an architect, any area you can select to proceed. But overall, you'll be good in all these three areas. So here, this is demand of industry, plus you'll be proficient, your profession will be increased, plus your problem solving skill will be improved. Here, here you'll learn multiple services, definitely you'll be groomed and skilled, plus networking opportunity. Here you'll get networking opportunity, how to design the network, how to provide the security. And it's not a rocket science. Frankly speaking, if you're taking it lightly, you are attending proper sessions, you're attending, you are asking the question, you are making the session interactive, things are easy. Plus, it will be collaboration. So here, usually what I say, I never said, okay, do one thing, let me cover the topic, then you'll ask the question. During the topic, I'll give you some time, like what we can do, we can discuss. Wherever you have some issue, just unmute and discuss it. Just a collaboration of the people or a team or from your side and our side. Plus, it will help you to advance your career also. Plus, you'll be updated. Here, anyone who is learning this course, they are more updated to compared to others. The reason they are learning lots of here D services, some development services, solution services, admission services. So usually these people are more updated compared to others. And here it will be one of the key player. It will be key to make your career differentiator. The region you'll be after this, you'll be ready for the market. You'll get better recognition in market. So usually if you observe, so why salary is very high for the architects? The region, they are differentiators. Whatever they know, this is very important. They are the key players in market. Usually, if you see the salary range in India, salary range is very high for the architect. I don't want to quote any particular number, but the salary for the architect in India is between 30 lakhs to 1 CR. And it's not a small amount, guys. That's why most of the people, what they are doing, they are preferring to go with this course so that they can they can appear as a solution provider to their customers. Next is, so from here I'll start. the foundation. So cloud computing, whenever I'm saying cloud computing, different people have different opinion or they have different view. Even lots of people, 60 to 70% people who are already working, as in beginning I told you, self-claimed cloud professional. Even if you ask what is cloud computing, they are unable to respond. So cloud computing is not a software, it's not a hardware, it's not a data center. Cloud computing is just a concept. As per the concept of cloud computing, what cloud providers are doing, cloud providers are delivering your computing services over the internet. So here, cloud computing is just concept. As per the concept of cloud computing, you guys can deliver your computing services over the internet. For example, in on-premise, we already have .NET, PHP, Python, SQL, PSQL, MySQL, storage account, storage, servers, network, everything. Same thing you guys can deliver directly on top of the internet. For example, if you're planning to create a VM machine, you're planning to create here, it may take a day or half day, a few hours. But if in Azure Cloud Computing, if you're planning to create a VM, it will take hardly 40 to 50 seconds. In case you're planning to create hundreds of VM, then it may take maximum 2 minutes. Means within 2 minutes, you guys can create hundreds or thousands of virtual machines. So if you're planning to achieve anything, it will not take much time. Here, most of the things are available. For you, it is available as a virtual platform. So now next is journey of cloud computing, how it evolved. So if I'm talking about the during the 90s, in 1991, public internet and web browser was launched. After a couple of years in India, public internet was launched on 15th August 1995. It was launched by a Tata company named Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. After launching a public internet in India, it became very popular. People, education institution, and professionals started realizing that going forward in future, everything will be available over the internet. But it was just a message in the market, and this message or this sentiment was realized by a company called the Amazon. So what they did in 2006, they launched the very first public cloud computing platform named was AWS, as there was only one player in public cloud computing. So whatever the opportunity was coming, it was going with the AWS only. So because of all these reasons, AWS captured 100% of the market share in public cloud computing. So after it, Microsoft realized that going forward, it will be very challenge for them. So after 4 years, means in 2010, Microsoft launched beta version of the public cloud computing. That time it was called as the Windows Azure. Whatever we are going to learn, it's not Windows Azure, it's Microsoft Azure. Windows Azure is already retired 6 to 7 years ago. So finally, in 2014, what Microsoft did, Microsoft changed the brand name from Windows Azure to Microsoft Azure. Nowadays, the portal URL is portal.azure.com, but 13, 14 years ago, up to 2016, it was available. It was in picture. So it was manage.windowsazure.com. The portal URL was manage.windowsazure.com. But nowadays, portal.azure.com. So now question is, why Microsoft renamed the brand name from Windows Azure to Microsoft Azure? So Windows was giving a message that Azure is just for the Windows developer or Windows engineer. But in market, Windows is not only one operating system. There are lots of other type of operating systems available. So because of this region, this was the one region. Plus, earlier it was beta version. It was immature and beta version. But in 2000, before 2014, Microsoft hired lots of professionals from other organizations. They did partnership with more than 1,400 companies, and they don't want to show the image that they are supporting to Windows only. And in 2014, Microsoft launched the Linux also. Even you'll get Core Linux plus Microsoft Linux also. You get both. So here in 2014, Microsoft did the rebranding, and they launched again with the different brand name is Microsoft Azure. So whatever we are going to learn, it's not Windows Azure, it's Microsoft Azure. As of now, in market, you'll get several cloud providers available, but the main competition is between two companies. One is the Microsoft Azure, second is Amazon AWS. Some other companies like Google GCP, IBM Cloud, Oracle, Fujitsu, Alibaba, VMware, and many more. Some cloud providers are dealing in public cloud, others are dealing in private or hybrid. Even in India, Noida is one of the city, or for the time being, Bangalore is called as the IT city. But government of India is promoting Noida as a data center city. Let me show you something. So Noida data centers. So if you see here in Noida, including all the companies are investing more than $30 billion. And as per the government, within 5 years, here you'll get 500,000 new opportunities, directly or indirect. 500,000 new opportunities you'll get here in Noida location. For example, there are lots of companies like Piramal Group, Adani Group, Hiran Andani Group, CFI, JLL, Waveworks, Microsoft, Amazon, Samsung, and many more companies. Even Yota, as of now, India's biggest data center is in Noida location. There are three data centers. They have three data centers in India. So you see here, every month you'll be getting a lots of news that this company invested. You see here, Adani to invest 2,400 crore. Okay. Why Noida emerging data center? So UP government support CFI data center. They are also announced JLL, Webworks, YXP, Japanese company entity also. They are also announced. So controls. So in entity, JLL, Webworks, Adani Group, Kiran Andani Group, Yota, and many more companies. Including all these companies, they are even some of the data centers already in operation. They are operational. Others are in progress. Within 5 years, you will get at least 30 to 50 new data center in Noida location. And as per the government of UP government, here in Noida location, you will get directly or indirectly 500,000 new opportunity. Okay. Even if anyone who is from Noida extension, you can directly visit and you can see the data center from outside. So there are lots of data center already operational, including entity. So guys, after this course, you will get opportunity to work in public and private both. Some of the people are getting opportunity in public cloud, private cloud, or any other cloud. Even if you're learning Microsoft Azure cloud computing, lots of people I have observed, they are learning Microsoft Azure cloud computing, but they are getting opportunity in Oracle cloud. The region is Oracle implementation of the Microsoft Azure, and Oracle is almost same. So learn Azure, and in case you're applying towards Azure or Oracle, both are possible. So there are lots of providers available in market, but the main competition is between two companies. One is Microsoft Azure, second is AWS. Whenever I'm saying these two are the key player in public cloud computing, normally people are asking which one is better, Microsoft Azure or AWS is better. Although both companies are claiming they're number one, and that's a true also. Just like the Hindi news channel, all the news channels are giving the award to themselves and they're claiming they're number one channel of India. Similarly, these two companies are claiming since day one that they are number one, and that's true. Why is it true? If I'm talking about the past capability wise, Microsoft is leading. If I'm talking about the Windows infrastructure, Microsoft is leading. Software as a service wise, here in this segment, Microsoft is leading. Overall revenue wise, Microsoft is leading. Yearly growth wise, Microsoft is growing faster than this one. Number of services offered, so in this area also Microsoft leading. Plus Windows security wise, in this area also Microsoft leading. If I'm talking about the Linux infrastructure capabilities, so here as of now AWS is number one. Overall market share wise, both are very close to each other. AWS started its journey with 100%, while Microsoft is 0%. Every year, Microsoft is growing and AWS is losing its market base. It doesn't mean that I'm not saying that AWS is not growing. Overall, they are growing, but they are losing their market base. The region earlier it was 100%, now they reduce up to around 30%. In between, lots of public cloud providers available. Maybe one cloud is holding 8% share, 15% share, 28% share, like this. So as of now, overall market share wise, AWS is number one, but as per the prediction by Gartner, by end of next year, means year 2025, there's a huge chances that Microsoft will be number one in market share also. If I'm talking about the number of data centers offered by Microsoft and others, both are very close to each other. As per this year, as of now, they have little higher number. AWS is having higher number, so they are leading in this area. Similarly, if I'm talking about this Linux security, AWS is better. The region they are much mature than Microsoft. So guys, there's no single parameter to judge which one is better. Based on your requirement, based on the requirement, companies are selecting. Some of the companies are preferring to go with the Microsoft Azure, others are preferring to go with the AWS. If any company is mainly looking towards the infra side and some infra-related code services, then they're preferring to infra, especially with the Linux ecosystem, then usually companies are preferring to go with the AWS. Also, Microsoft is offering Linux and Windows Azure. Windows, both they are offering. But still, Linux infra side, most of the companies who are planning toward the Linux environment, they're preferring to go with the Linux. Platform capability wise, SaaS capability wise, Windows ecosystem, number of, in case you're looking for prime technologies, then usually customers are preferring to go with the Microsoft Azure.
That's a very good insight, Aradhya, because normally people, they watch YouTube or they watch Udemy or they talk to the Didi and Bhaiyas of YouTube, and they start comparing on one parameter. Somebody says this one is good, somebody says that one is good. But if you look at individual parameters in depth, that is how we want to develop. That is what we want, and that, guys, that's why if you listen to Aradhya just for 5 minutes, you'll understand the depth he has, the hard work that he has done, and that is what we're trying to impart to you guys.
So one more reason when companies are when and what they're preferring and why. So suppose I'm just taking example of Dabur. So Dabur Kausambi office, Dabur head office. Okay, so head office in India is Kausambi. So here on third floor, they have their own data center. And this data center is managed by Accenture. But if I'm talking about the infrastructure, so Dabur is using its own infrastructure. But if I'm talking about the services, they are using Microsoft services. So why? Why they're not using AWS? The reason is there are two key reasons. One is they have mostly their projects are developed in SQL or .NET. Mostly around more than 100 projects they have. So it's a develop of they have more than 600 websites and more than 100 projects. So almost everything is developed in .NET. It's a .NET based, maybe VB.NET, C# or any other technology they have used. Second is SAP. So Microsoft and SAP, these are the cloud partners. So wherever SAP, any company is going to buy SAP license, over there, they are preferring only to go with the Microsoft Azure. They will not prefer to, or they will not recommend to go with any other cloud. Like AWS, you will never see AWS and SAP collaboration. Wherever SAP will be set up, you'll get Microsoft Cloud. You'll not get any other cloud in 99.99% cases. So Microsoft, they have big partners list. So in Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing, you will get Microsoft services plus their partner services. So like some partners, we have more than 1,400 partners worldwide. But if I'm talking about the implementation partners, so two brand, I'll tell you, one is SAP. So partner means wherever they will install their product, over there, they will go, our customer will go with Microsoft Azure only. Second is Adobe Cloud, Adobe. So wherever the company will subscribe Adobe, they'll prefer to go with Microsoft. So guys, there's no parameter. Although both companies are claiming they're number one, it's a true, but they're number one. They're not telling where they're number one. They are number one in different segments. If your customers are more comfortable with the Windows ecosystem or SQL or Microsoft products, usually they prefer to go with the Microsoft Azure. If any company is dealing with the infrastructure, they are looking for the console-based environment or Linux-based ecosystems, usually they prefer to go with the AWS. If I'm talking about IT companies, almost 100% IT companies are using AWS and Microsoft both. Means you will get opportunity in IT companies, they are using both. For example, if you're the part of TCS, so in TCS, maybe one team is using AWS, other team will be using Microsoft Azure. But the key differentiation are partners. Maybe one partner is using, or one client is using Microsoft Cloud. Other clients are using AWS. In some of the cases, I noticed one client is using multiple cloud. That's also feasible. So I'm not claiming that one is very good and that is not good. Both are really good. Depending on the use case, depending on the requirement, usually customers are preferring to go with. One more thing, guys, in market, you'll get three types of cloud: public, private, and hybrid. So example of public cloud is Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google GCP are the example of public cloud. Private cloud example is CFI, Tata Communication Limited, which is called the TCL. Let me show you TCL Cloud, TCL Cloud. So TCL is dealing, TCL Data Communication Limited, they also offering their own cloud, but it's not the public cloud, it's a private cloud. Now question is, what's the difference between public, private and hybrid? So there are three types of cloud available: public, private and hybrid. So in public cloud computing, you will get rich features available in market. For example, suppose you're looking for development services. Okay, you're looking for data engineering services, you're looking for AI services, you're looking for some some features related to administration architecting, then that you'll get here. But mostly private cloud providers are dealing with the infrastructure. Means if you're planning to subscribe or you're planning to buy 100 machine, then and in low cost, then usually you'll get here cheaper rate. So guys, if any company is planning to subscribe or you're planning to buy low cost infrastructure, so usually they are preferring to go with the private cloud. But if any customers are preferring to go with the high-end technologies or premium technologies, then you'll get here public cloud. So public cloud will give you infrastructure, infrastructure. It will give you softwares, it will give you platforms and everything you'll get here. While in private cloud, mainly they are dealing, mainly, I'm not saying only, I'm saying mainly they are dealing with the infrastructure. For example, if you're looking for 2 server in low cost, then usually customers are preferring to go with the private cloud. So market is growing for public and private both. Now question is, why, on the basis of what customers are suggesting or preferring to go with which cloud? So I'll tell you the reason. So there are lots of companies in India. We have millions of companies, but all the companies, they don't have the IT department. Example is Green Lamb Industries. In these two companies, you'll get 2 or 3 people in IT department, but these two are big brands in India. So what they have, their IT infrastructure is maintained by Tata Communication Limited. Means TCL is one of the cloud. In the TCL cloud, you will get the infrastructure of 10, 20 or hundreds of thousands of companies. So the nature of the business of private cloud is B2B, business to business, while the nature of public cloud is B2B as well as the B2C. Means in case you are planning to create your own VM, you are the individual, you are planning to create a VM, you are planning to create a website, directly go subscribe and create it. But here, nature of the private cloud is B2B, means they are dealing with the other entities, not with the individuals. And they are mainly dealing with the infrastructure. Private cloud is mainly dealing with the infrastructure, while public cloud is dealing with the infrastructure, platform, and softwares. You'll get everything. And if I'm talking about the hybrid cloud, some best features of the public and private companies are using. Example already given. So infrastructure you guys can use from the private cloud, and key technologies like we are planning to use Databricks, Data Factory, Synapse Analytics, or something else, you guys can use for the public, which is not available in private. So whenever you're using some features from the public, some best features of the public and private, so usually these type of new ecosystem is called as the hybrid cloud. So in market, overall, there are 3 types of cloud available: public, private, and hybrid. And overall, market is going for all these 3 cloud. It's not only for public cloud. Market is going for all these 3. In some of the cases, maybe you are the public cloud professional, but you'll get opportunity to work in private cloud also. It's a possible, or maybe in hybrid cloud also. Next is, what is the pros and cons? Where, in which situation, what is advantage or disadvantage? So guys, the good first one is public cloud. So first I'll talk about the public cloud. In public cloud, it's a user friendly, means directly you'll get the access of the portal.azure.com. Just go and subscribe whatever you're looking for. If you're planning to create a website, within a minute or 2 you can create it. If you're planning to create a database, it may take hardly few seconds or minute, create it. So it's a very user friendly, very much flexible, and here speed performance will be very high. If I'm talking about the speed of the internet, it will be up to 20 Gbps. Average speed of the internet public cloud computing is in Gbps. It will save your time. Suppose I'm planning to set up a call center, and my call center I'm looking for thousands of machines. So how much time I'll take to set up a call center with thousands of machines? Hardly 5 minutes or maybe 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, I can set up a call center with thousands of machines. So here it will save your time and money both very quickly. In case you feel you want to do anything manual or through automation, both options are available. Plus, it's a working the pay as you go model, means just use, and after a month only you have to pay to Microsoft. And public cloud computing is accessible from anywhere. Doesn't matter from where you are. If you're from Siberia, you are from Afghanistan, you are from Andaman Nicobar. If you have the good internet connectivity, then you can use. So these are the pros, or these are the good part, which is in favor with the public cloud. But the poor part is, if you don't have the proper or stable internet connectivity, then this is not for you. If any country where the internet is not very much stable, then it's not for them. Or if you cannot provide the proper solution, in the beginning I told you guys, maybe you guys can work on any technology. You can work on the synapse, you can work on X or Y technology, Y services, but are you able to provide the solution? Or whatever the solution you are providing, is it trusted? If you cannot provide the proper solution, then it would be very difficult for you and your company, for both the region. Going forward in future, you cannot grow too much, plus for your company it would be one of the biggest challenges. It will be security related challenges. Similarly, there are some challenges and good and bad part with the private cloud also. So in private cloud, you people will get control over the underlying software and data, software, hardware, and data. For example, you are the part of one of the physical data centers, so you can manage everything with your hands. Okay, everything physically you can touch and you can do whatever you want, and easy customization and more integrity. But the problem is, I was just showing Adani invested 2600 or 2500 crore rupees. So if the investment is very high, if you're planning to set up a private cloud, investment cost of installation and maintenance will be very high. Some of the companies are investing 5,000 crore, 10,000 crore, 15,000 crore, 500 crore. It's not a small investment. So investment in public cloud for you as an individual is nothing. But whenever your company is planning to set up a private cloud, it's a very high cost of maintenance and installation. Both are very high. Plus, scalability is not easy. Sometimes not easy, sometimes not possible. Plus, to maintain the private cloud, you need lots of people, lots of professionals you have to hire from the market. So, guys, these are the pros and cons of public and private. And finally, the last cloud is hybrid cloud. In hybrid cloud, what we get, we are using the base features of the public and private, and according to the need we can customize it. And most cost effective model, it is most cost effective model if you're going to use as it is, but if you're going to customize, it will be one of the most costly service. Means you're going to use as it is, when that's a cheaper, but if you're going to customize, there's a chances that the cost will increase. Plus, the bad part with the hybrid cloud is it requires more maintenance and more monitoring. So in nutshell, I would say, whether you're going with the public cloud, private cloud, or hybrid cloud, everywhere there's some good and bad part. Depending on your situation, you guys can use. Now, in beginning, I told you this course is for whom? Anyone who is from IT background, and in case you want to learn everything in very detailed level, then you can plan to go with this course. Like if you're part of support team, maybe L1, L2 or L3 support, you can plan. If anyone is working at network side, Windows VM, SCCM, SharePoint developer, SharePoint admin, Office 365, Dynamic 365, or any other admin related streams. Similarly, if anyone is working as a DBA, Citrix engineer, developers, maybe .NET developer, Python developer, Go language developer, Java developer, they can plan. In SAP, if anyone who is from SAP basis module, they are also learning this. Plus, if anyone who is new to the industry, so if you have completed a master's or BTech in electronic communication, IT, or other streams, you guys can plan towards Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing. If anyone who is from data science, suppose you have completed your master's, MPhil, or PhD in data science, or you are good in stats, then you guys also plan to go with the Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing. Here, there's a service offered by Microsoft named is EML. This is for them. Okay, so if I'm talking about the learning path, after this course, what are the different certifications that are available? So guys, as you know, most of you be already aware, Microsoft is offering a common paper code, which is called the foundation codes or fundamental, AZ 900. AZ 900 is common for everyone. And this is optional. This is optional means in past, if you already have cleared any certification, then you no need to go with this. This is optional. If you are planning after this course, if you are planning to appear as an admin, then what you guys can do, you have to clear one paper which is called the AZ 104. After it, maybe after 1 year or 6 months or whenever you feel, in case you feel you are applying to be the part of DevOps team, then you guys can clear AZ 400. So once you'll clear this certification, you'll be certified by Microsoft as a Microsoft certified admin. And if you clear this paper, you'll be certified by Microsoft DevOps expert, DevOps engineer. And this is optional. First paper and last paper is optional. This is mandatory. Directly, you cannot go with the DevOps. Reason is to appear as a DevOps, either you have to clear 204 or 104. Anything you can clear. In DevOps team, you'll find some developers and some admin people are working. So it's just a collaboration, developers and administration. Similarly, the second learning path is for developer. If anyone is planning to appear as an developer, then what they're doing, they're learning 900, which is optional. After it, they are learning 204. For them also, in future, if they feel they are planning to be the part of DevOps team, then they are learning 400, which is optional. Similarly, the third stream. So guys, in beginning, I remember 10, 14 years ago, there were the different papers available. So what in current situation, earlier it was 300, 305, I mean 300, 301, 303, 304. Nowadays, we have the latest paper called the 305. But directly, you cannot go with 305. The reason, suppose you don't know ABCD and you are trying to write a book. Hope you're getting my point. So this is the same way. You don't know anything. Lots of people call me and they're saying, hey, I'm fresher. I'm planning to go directly as a 305. So you cannot go as a 305 region. A person who clear all these paper or any stream. Suppose you completed this stream or this stream, only then you can go with a 305 or you can appear as an architect. So for keeping all this situation in mind, we have designed a code, this course where you'll get the infra service, means you'll get the admin, development and architecting. Everything you'll get in the same course.
So, guys, one thing I did not talk about when I was introducing Aaradhya is he's not only an architect himself. He has done many corporate trainings. So because he has done many corporate trainings, he understands what's going in one company versus another company, what's going on, what are the things they are doing. So he keeps very updated with the current companies in the field. So all that knowledge, all that nuggets of wisdom you're getting as we progress with the course.
Okay. One more thing I'll show you. See here, this is one of the my student. See, as of now, she is working as a bank manager in Punjab National Bank, PNB Bank. But she's from IT background, means she completed her master's. And after this course, I mean, she completed the master program and she got selected here. See here, the salary structure is very high. So see here, salary, I'm not sure whether it's clear to you guys or not. 15.4 lakhs. And this is the first company for her. As of now, she is part of government bank. The salary 14 or 15.40. Fixed salary is 14 plus 10% variable. And it's a big organization. Okay. So what happened? And see, as of now, as of today, okay, you see here, she is working in Bihar. She is working Bihar in bank. Dakshin Gramin Bank. Okay. Dakshin Bihar Gramin Bank. It's a subsidiary of PNB. So it's not only IT professional. Lots of candidates who are learning this master program, they are getting an opportunity here. Whatever the salary people are getting is very high. If you are focused, if you are properly learning, if you are attending the session, if you are asking the question, your journey would be very easy. Salaries, if I'm talking about the salary structure for these two learning path in India, it's between 9 to 45 lakhs, depending on the multiple parameters. Okay, and if I'm talking about the third learning path, for this, the salary range in India is between 30 lakhs to 1 CR. It doesn't mean that I'm saying day one you'll get 50 lakhs or 70 lakhs. It will depend on the multiple parameter, how much you are focused, how much effort you are putting, what is your current salary, and what is your current city, and many other parameter, how much knowledge you have. Practically, that's why what exactly I'm doing, I'm not covering theory too much. Only certain percentage theory I'm covering. So first I'll start with the use case. I'll give you a use case. Then against this use case in the live session, I'll show you, I'll design the architecture in the live session. Even tomorrow I'll show you, I'll design some architectures also. Once the architecture will be clear to you guys, then in live session, I'll cover each and everything practically. So this will give you more confidence. Means it's your problem is clear. I mean, you know what are different type of problem people are facing. Against this problem, what are the different type possible solutions are and how to implement. So means if I'm covering everything in the live session, after it, if one or two times you will implement, things will be very easy for you. That's why the success rate of my batches are more than 70 to 80%. Now, again, if you have any question, you can unmute and ask your question. If no, then we can proceed.
So can you, Atik here, so can you go to the back slide, sir? Previous slide. Yes, sir. So what level we are covering on this course? Like, means, are we covering means architecture level? Is it intermediate level telling, or is it advanced level training?
Advanced level. It's a basic to advanced.
So if you are saying basic to advanced, do you think within the 3 months we can be an expert in?
Usually I say 3 months, but it doesn't mean that in sharp 3 months I'll conclude it. So yes, it is possible. Why? I'll tell you the reason behind it. There are lots of contents are common. For example, if you're learning data engineering, the lots of things are common over there and in admin also. Similarly, the lots of content which is common here, here, and here. Everywhere the lots of contents are common. So I don't need to repeat 3 times. What I have to do, I have to repeat 1 times. So that's why it is not taking much time. Suppose if I'm talking about the development course, it will complete in 2 months. Admin will complete in 2 months. But if I'm talking about master program, it takes minimum 3 months. Maybe 3 months, 3 months, and maybe 1 or 2 or 4 extra classes.
Yeah, let me ask a fun question. Atik, do you know how to cook food?
Yes, sir.
How many years you have been cooking for yourself?
9 years now.
9 years. Are you a master of cooking?
So it depends on the day, sir. Sometimes I cook very nicely, sometimes I cook, with worse. It depends.
Can you cook? Can you cook Chinese, Japanese, Russian, Thai, all kind of food at the 5-star level?
I need to get married with a woman who can tell me. I need.
So what I'm trying to say is, whether it is even in school we learn first standard, second standard, up to 12th standard we learn in the school in India, right? So for anything, even if it is yoga, you're learning yoga. There's nothing to do with IT or cooking or singing. These things are a lifelong journey. So a course, a customized course can teach you majority of the things that with which you can attain proficiency. That's why there's a thing called as experience. The more you practice, the more you work with the technology over the years, you gain experience. So that can be lifetime. But your question was, can the majority of the things toward the proficiency level be covered in 3 months? Of course, yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So let's move ahead. So why companies are preferring to go with the cloud computing? The reason here, delivery is very fast. Speed is very fast. If I'm talking about the size, if you're planning, suppose you're planning to create a virtual machine or you're planning to create a server. So on top of a server, minimum in your server, speed of the internet would be in Gbps, maximum 20 Gbps speed you guys can achieve depending on the multiple parameter. Configuration of a VM can be minimum half GB RAM and maximum 4 terabyte of RAM, minimum 1 CPU and maximum 128 CPU. Means depending on your requirement, you guys can customize it. And if you're really looking for the high speed, that's a possible here. Means just imagine if you have a machine with a 4 terabyte of RAM, not 4 GB, 4 TB RAM, 128 CPU in your machine, and 32 terabyte of multiple disks. What and speed of the internet is 20 Gbps. then what type of environment you guys would be using? So Microsoft is offering one of the ultimate platform. Similarly, guys, scalability is possible here, is horizontal and vertical. Both type of scalability is possible. Whenever I'm talking about the scalability, horizontal scalability, whenever the load will increase, you guys can design everything, your application, your database, your network in a such a way that whenever load will increase, the number of instances will increase automatically. This technique is called the horizontal scalability. Vertical scalability means if you don't want to increase the number of instances, you want to increase the size of the existing machines or application, that is also possible. Suppose you have a website deployed. What you're looking for, you're looking to increase the number of instances. Means as of now, you have 2 instances available, you're planning to increase 2 to 20. This is one option. If you're going to increase your instance from 2 to 20, this technique is called the horizontal scalability. Second is you guys can increase the capacity of the existing instance. So this is called the vertical scalability. So because of the speed, because of performance, because of scalability, and because of economics, for individual, for me and you, cloud is maybe it's a costly, but for corporate, it's not a costly. It's one of the economical solution. So here, Microsoft is offering multiple cloud model. As of now, most of you guys would be using the on-premise ecosystem where everything is managed by you or your colleagues. For example, network storage, server, OS, middleware, runtime, data, and application. Everything is handled by an organization's employees. But if I'm talking about the public cloud computing, especially if I'm talking about Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing, so Microsoft is offering 3 cloud model. One is called as the AS model. AS stands for Infrastructure as a Service. So in this case, application data, runtime, middleware, and operating system will be managed by you, and virtualization, server storage, and network will be managed by Microsoft. Means in this case, some part will be managed by you and remaining by Microsoft. The best example of infrastructure as a service is VM. If you're planning to provide any solution on top of the machine, that would be called as the infra-based solution or as-based solution. Second is PaaS-based solution. PaaS means platform as a service. So in this case, everything is managed by Microsoft. Only you people have to focus on the application and data. For example, app service plan, app service environment, Azure SQL, storage account, service bus, event hub, logic app. These are the PaaS-based services. And these are highly demanding services. Without VM, without machine, you guys can develop and deploy your application or database. Means if you're planning to create a database, you don't need to, it's not mandatory that you need to create a VM. Without VM, directly you can create your database with the high performance. So in this case, you have to focus on the application and data only. And the third type of cloud model is SaaS-based services. So SaaS-based services where you no need to do anything. Whenever it requires some customization, then do it. If not required, then leave everything on Microsoft. So here, application data, runtime, virtualization, server storage, network, everything is managed by Microsoft. The best example of SaaS services are Office 365, Dynamic 365, Microsoft Intranet, which earlier was called as the Azure Active Directory. Okay,
I
so
think I think Atik is going to love that. He wants something. He has to do nothing. Everything can be done by somebody else. Just
100% agree.
joking.
100% agree.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Atik.
So why companies are preferring to go with the Microsoft Azure? Here delivery is very fast. If you are really skilled, if you are groomed, if you are with the proper mindset, then very quickly you guys can deliver. For example, if I'm planning to set up a call center with thousands of machines, lots of software databases, how much time? 5 minutes. So guys, this will give you exposure. This course will give you practical exposure of infrastructure, of solutioning, architecting, development, and everything. I'm not going to teach you how to write the code in .NET and others, but with with the other development services, how to provision, how to quickly, how you guys can plug and play, cover it. Region is not codes for .NET or Java. If anyone who want to get the exposure of the development services, like how to manage, how to deploy, how to create, how to integrate 2 different services internally with the code, that's also possible. Manual and automation, both are the part of same codes. Plus, Microsoft Azure save your money and time. As I told you, quick delivery is possible. If you can save your time, means you're saving your money. Time is money, guys. If your team, suppose in your team there are 10 people, same thing they're doing in 3 months. On the other hand, one person is doing everything in one day. So it's safe for you. So cost you're saving money for the company. So ultimately, Microsoft Azure is a very fast delivery, very fast. Plus, it will save your time and money. Plus, hybrid solutioning is possible. Means in case you want to keep you want to use some services from the private cloud, other services from public cloud. That's also possible. Here, you guys can do it. And it's a working on the pay as you go model. It means you have to use for a month, then only you have to pay to the Microsoft. Here, the billing will be per minute. So you no need to pay anything. Like the private cloud, if your company is planning to set up a private cloud, few hundreds or few thousand crore investment required. But here you no need to invest single rupee in upfront. Just go use and pay after a month. In case you don't want to use after 1 month, okay, unsubscribe it. Don't use. You don't need to pay anything. So guys, here you no need to pay anything in upfront. Plus, here billing will be per minute billing. Suppose I have a database, I have a website running. After 5 minutes, I decided to discontinue. So what you have to do, you have to pay only for the 5 minutes. Okay, so here billing will be per minute. If you're using for 1 minute, then okay, you have to pay only for 1 minute. Here, if you have a call center, maybe in your call center you have, it's a part of strategy solutioning. If you have a call center, in your call center you have 10,000 machines. During the normal shift, it's a 10,000 machines are running, or maybe hundreds of machines are running. But during non-business hour, there's no traffic, there's no load. So what you guys can do, using the automation, you guys can stop 90 to 95% machines. Means morning, suppose your office time is 9 to 6. So 8 o'clock, through automation, you can start all 100 machines. And 7 o'clock evening, all the machine will shut down automatically. So if any machine which is shut down, you no need to pay anything to the Microsoft. And this is the part of solutioning. Means no charges for the stopped VM. If regular charges for your call center is suppose 20,000 rupees, $20,000 per month, because of this strategy, you guys can reduce 60 to 70%. Okay, so guys, to support Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing worldwide, Microsoft running lots of regions. So as of now, there are 67 regions are offered by Microsoft. If I'm talking in India, these are the list of the regions worldwide. If I'm talking India, as of now, India, we have 3 public available regions. One is West India, means Mumbai. Second is South India, which is Pune. Central India, which is Pune. And the third is South India, which is Chennai. So as of now, in India, we have 3 public available region. One more would be available by next year in Hyderabad. Name would be South Central India. Okay, one more data center, one more region they have, but that is dedicated for Reliance Jio in Gujarat. So as of now, total ready or in progress is total 5. One is dedicated for Reliance Jio, 3 is publicly available region, and 1 in progress. Going forward, in Noida and Bangalore also in plan. Next, within 3 to 5 years, you'll get 2 more region. One in Noida, second in Bangalore.
I just want to add something, Aradhya, here. So guys, many of you, and I feel really sorry for the people who are not able to attend today because of one reason or the other. If you look at data centers in India, Noida, earlier Mumbai used to have the largest number of data centers. Noida these days has about, and it might have changed because I don't have the latest minute by minute data. But Noida had 45, Mumbai had 37 data centers, Bangalore had 21, Chennai had 15, Delhi 14, Hyderabad 12, Pune 10, Kolkata about 8 data centers, and all the other regions altogether have 82. So, like Aradhya was saying, the biggest data center in India is located in Noida, and it has surpassed Mumbai in terms of number of data centers. So, guys, we have in India there are roughly more than 152 or something. That's the number of the data centers we have in India. So, imagine the number of jobs that will be created. And why? So, some people you might ask, why is it rising? Why Noida? Noida is Noida has a very strategic location. The infrastructure is great. There are favorable government policies. So wherever you have a strategic location, infrastructure is good, favorable government policies are there, and a majority of other factors, you will see that the data centers will emerge.
Correct.
Back to Aaradhy.
Correct. You're right. So even it's a beginning. It's a beginning. Lots of data centers is in progress. Even recently, Adani Group, I mean, they are going to start their own data center. It may take a couple of years, but the initial investment is 2,400 crore. Similarly, Tata, Sifi, Airtel, JLL, Webworks, Haldiram, Yotta, even Paytm, and many more companies.
I think I lied about the data center. There are about, I just checked. I went to my resource. There are 244 data centers, not just 152. 152 was the number last time.
Perfect. So if you see my screen here, these are the regions set up by Microsoft. So as in beginning, I told you, as of now, Microsoft is offering 67 region. In one region, there'll be multiple data center. How many data center? It depends. In some of the case, mostly it is 3. Mostly in one region, there would be 3 data center. Region is one of the bigger entity. For example, suppose South India is one of the region. In South India region, there'll be 3 data center. 3 data center in South India, 3 data center in Mumbai, and 3 data center here in Pune locations. Usually Microsoft offering 3 data center in one region, and these are the region list. You see here, these are the regions. And if you see here, if you observe here, we have very thin lines. What these thin lines are, these are the optical fiber cable. So here, this is the okay, South America, North America, Africa, Gulf country, Europe, and here we are in India. So in India, as of now, we have 3 public available region. Total is 5. 1 in progress, 1 dedicated for Reliance, and 3 is publicly available region. So, and if you see here, you'll observe 3 satellites, satellite number 1, satellite number 2, and there is one more satellite. So Microsoft is taking support of 3 satellite and these optical fiber cable. With the help of these, what they are doing, they're transferring data or they're delivering data on very short notice. So suppose, and here there's a recommendation from Microsoft to do everything nearby to your business location. For example, if you're working for a Delhi-based company or maybe for a Chennai-based company, so try to get everything in Chennai. If your customers are from Chennai, then create everything in Chennai. Don't try to create in Europe or United States. If you create everything in United States or European countries, you will feel latency. Suppose your customer or your end users are from south part of India, but you have set up everything in Singapore, Japan, or Australia, or maybe European countries. In this case, your end users will face the latency. So what Microsoft is recommending? Microsoft is recommending to set up everything near to your business location. And you see here, that's why everywhere worldwide they have multiple regions offered. You see here? These many regions are available in North America, South America, the European regions. Here we have one in South Africa, and these are Gulf regions. These are the regions available in India, and all these regions are internally connected with the optical fiber cable. Sea level optical dedicated sea level optical fiber cable. If you want to create anything in United States, you can do it, but one issue you guys will rise during the production environment that there'll be slightly latency. Maybe whatever the data is available, if I'm accessing from United States, maybe I can access in 1 second, but here the latency may be 5 seconds or 7 seconds. So in case you want to avoid the latency, Microsoft is recommending to provision everything near to your business location. Clear to everyone?
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are covering everything. First, we are starting everything with the foundation, intermediate, and advanced. Once I'll feel that you guys are comfortable with the manual implementation, I'll start the automation also. In automation, I'll cover 3 things. One is Windows PowerShell. Why Windows PowerShell? It's not of the Azure, but it's a foundation for automation. If you don't know the PowerShell, you cannot write the code. So we'll start with the fundamental, with the uh, PowerShell, Windows PowerShell, then
Hello.
PowerShell, and then ARM template. Yes, Mohammed Khan.
Yeah.
Sir, Aaradhya sir, my one small question is that, sir, in the regions and zone, if we have selected any zone or region, like availability set, in the availability set, we have selected one data center. Okay, my simple question is, sir, that in the availability zone, same city in the same city, different data centers, how they work. Basically, there is a what is the exposure over there? I am
Okay.
confused.
Okay. Give me 2 minutes. Give me I have designed the architecture. Here I'll draw the architecture. Give me 2 to 5 minutes. I'll show you.
Sure, sure.
So first we'll cover manual and implementation. Both are the part of same course. Plus, guys, Microsoft Azure Cloud Portal. For it, Microsoft they are offering a dedicated portal or master portal, which is portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. This is one portal. So here you have to pass your email ID and password. So for it, buy the subs. You have to purchase a account here. For 30 days, Microsoft will give you $200. $200 they will top up in your account, which you guys can use for a month. After it, you have to subscribe as a pay as you go. Or another option is you guys can issue a virtual credit card, which will cost around 50 rupees or 100 rupees, and with the new number you can subscribe n number of account. This is another trick. Or you guys can work in the sharing model. So this is one account, one URL. This is portal.azure.com. So main portal of Microsoft Azure account, Azure Cloud Computing is portal.azure.com. Now question is, what is portal? Portal is a platform where you guys can create, build, deploy, manage your application, your databases, your network services, your data engineering services, your AI services, or whatever you have designed. Everything you guys can design on top of the portal. So Microsoft is offering one master portal, one main portal is portal.azure.com. Apart from it, that some other supporters like aad.portal.azure.com, cell.azure.com. So in case you want to do everything through automation, then you guys can use this portal. In case you want to work on Active Directory only or intra-ID only, then aad.portal.azure.com. And this is the master portal where you'll get all the features. Here you'll get the feature related to automation, here related to Active Directory, and here you'll get related to everything. Like in case you are looking for AI services, data engineering services, board services, you're looking for development services or anything else. You'll get everything in a master portal. So most of the time we'll use the master portal. Okay, one more portal here, guys. Whenever you guys will provide, suggest any solution to the customer. Suppose you suggested, okay, you suggested to set up a call center. In the call center, you suggested to subscribe 500 servers, 500 client machine, 202 servers, and SQL database, uh, 20 websites, and many more. Okay, so in this case, whenever you recommend any solution to the customer, first question your customer will ask, hey, how much I have to pay per month? Whatever the solution is recommending, if I'll go with this solution, then how much I have to pay? For this, Microsoft is offering a pricing calculator. So azure.microsoft.com EN pricing calculator. So what you guys can do, just open Google and type here Azure price calculator. Your price calculator. So here Microsoft will give you a price calculator, whatever you're looking for. Suppose you're looking for data engineering services, AI services, or networking services, or something else, just go and subscribe it. For example, suppose I'm looking for 2 Windows server and 500 Linux server. So you see here, so I'll click on machine, and here where I'm looking for, suppose I'm planning to subscribe everything in India. So here I'll select, suppose South India. In South India, I'm planning to go with the Linux machine. Total, how many machines I'm looking for my call center? Total 500 machines. If these 500 machines will run 24/7, okay, and I'm looking for the basic type of machine, basic Ubuntu machine I'm looking for, then how much you have to pay? Monthly, you have to pay $5,800. Means in a call center, if you have subscribed 500 machine, then monthly you have to pay $5,800. Even this is one of the amount you have to pay. If you're going to reserve for a couple of years, Microsoft will give discount also. They will give you some discount. Similarly, what I'm looking for two Windows server also. So you see here, I'm looking for here in South India. Let me select South India. I'm looking for two high-end Windows server. I'm looking for standard. Suppose I'm looking for 4 core or okay. So I'm looking for a server, two server. Configuration of each machines will be 8 core, 8 CPU, and 64 GB RAM. Then how much you have to pay? $1,200 per month. So if you're not going to avail any discount, then 1,200 or $1,300 you have to pay per month. But in case you feel you want to reserve, if you're giving commitment to Microsoft that these machines you will at least use for 3 years, then here Microsoft will give discount. Here you see here, if you'll go with the pay as you go, means if you're paying after a month, and anytime you can unsubscribe. In this case, you have to pay $1,300 per month. But if you're giving a COT to Microsoft, that will you use at least for 3 year, minimum for 3 year, and then in this case, Microsoft will give you 62% discount, and finally you have to pay only $825.
So Nagraj, or the people who are, as we are proceeding with more and more info, and this is only the first class, just to give you a glimpse into the word of an architect. So Nagraj, is it becoming slightly more clear to you that the focus of each role
Yes,
is
sir.
okay? Good.
Okay, one more thing. There's one more type of discount Microsoft is offering, which is hybrid discount. So you can discuss with Microsoft for that hybrid discount. If you will reserving all these machines for at least for 3 years and you're going with the hybrid discount, then ultimately you have to pay only lump sum $287. $287 you have to pay if you are using 24/7. Same way, in case still you want to decrease the cost, that's also possible. What you guys can do, you can automate. Suppose whenever these machines are not used, so you can shut down. You can shut down means suppose you have 100 machine during the working hour, you can run all 100 machine, but during non-working hour, 98% or 95% machine you can shut down automatically. It will be shut down, and before business hour all these machines will be operational. So if you change your approach, your solution is trusted, you have designed a proper solution, then you guys can reduce the cost up to 60 to 70%, or sometimes it's up to 97% also. Even here in Azure Cloud Computing, you guys can host a website where you have to pay 2 rupees, 1 rupees 80 paise per month. Means if you have some branding websites, some you have static websites that you want to run in 24/7 in low cost, that's also possible. In 2 rupees, you guys can run it. For example, Dabur, they have more than 1,400 websites, and including all 1,400 websites, they're paying maximum 1,000 rupees per month. Maximum, this amount I'm telling, means they are paying just 1,000 rupees and they have more than 1,400 websites. So, and one more thing, suppose what else I'm looking for? I'm looking for multiple websites also. You see here, for my customer, I have recommended a couple of websites. So here, suppose I'll go with the South India. In South India, I'll deploy on Linux. How many websites? I'm planning to deploy 5 websites. Including 5 websites, I have to pay lump sum $70. Okay, what I'm looking for some space, cloud storage space. I'm looking for maybe 1 terabyte of space I'm looking. So here the charges for it would be 2 cent per GB per month, means 1 rupee 60 paise per GB per month you have to pay to store the data. So where I'm planning to store the data, I'm planning to store data in South India, and 1 terabyte of space I'm looking for. You see here, 1 TB space I'm looking. So how much you have to pay? Only $24 per month you have to pay to Microsoft. Plus, I'm looking for my machines. I'm looking for basic type of load balancer. So just search here load balancer, load balancing. Okay, where I'm looking here in South India. Okay, South India, I'm planning to go with a basic load balancer, which is free of cost. Means I subscribe multiple services. Maybe you can subscribe databases and other things also. And ultimately, what you guys can do, click here on export button. In case you want to create your budget in US dollar, any other currency, just select the currency and export it. So within few seconds here, Microsoft will give estimation. Means if you're going to set up a call center, in your call center, you have 500 machines with low configuration, 2 server with the high configuration, 1 terabyte of space you want to subscribe, one load balancer, 5 websites, including everything, you have to pay $6,200 per month. Apart from it, you guys can apply for other type of discount also. Means, and how much time if you're going to set up all these 500 machine will take 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, all 500 machine you guys can subscribe. So it's totally up to you, your planning, your strategy, your solutioning, and how much expert you are. If you're really expert, if you're really a good solution provider, then things would be more easy for you as well as for your customers also. Otherwise, if you're not a good service provider, solution provider, for you, maybe it's a good, for your client, it would be very difficult. The region always he has or she has they have to pay a higher amount. So most of the people don't know, or they don't know the right solution. They're just giving the solution. I tell you one thing, 10 years ago, it was very easy to get opportunity in cloud region. That time, most of the people were blank. Even if there's an opportunity, suppose there's a one job, suppose there's a 10 job in cloud computing. So how many people were applying? Hardly one or zero. At that time, it was easy. Even in your resume, if you're writing, I'm cloud professional, okay, they will hire. I mean, that time it was very easy to get the selection. But day by day, people are getting better understanding. And if you're really a good solution provider, you will get opportunity, higher opportunity compared to others. So guys, your solutioning is very important. Whatever you're doing, why you're doing, when you should do, when you should not do, how to integrate. So integration, solutioning, and use cases, all three will be covered in the same course. So one more thing, guys, pricing. Okay, so here Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing work on the subscription model. Means here you no need to pay anything in advance, just pay after the uses. Just use for a month, then only after it you have to pay to the Microsoft. If I'm talking about the licensing model, in licensing model, usually you have to pay everything in upfront, whether you're using or not using. For example, I'm going to buy Visual Studio subscription, Visual Studio license. In that case, you have to pay whether you're using or not using. You already paid in advance. But here in subscription model, you have to use, then only you have to pay. If you're not using, you no need to pay anything to the Microsoft. So one more thing, guys, Microsoft is offering multiple type of subscription. One is the first two are the free subscription. One is a trial subscription. Second is the student subscription. In trial subscription, Microsoft will give you $200 credit for a month, while in student subscription, they will give $100 subscription, $100 value in your account for practice. So, and the next one is MSDN subscription. This is for the partners. So for their partners worldwide, they have thousands of partners. To their partners, they're giving MSDN subscription for the POC purpose. And if you have your own company, you guys can apply for you already have applied for the B-Spark program or Microsoft Startup program. So in this case, for next 5 years, Microsoft will give you free subscription. And if you are Microsoft certified trainer or MVP, in this case, Microsoft will give you 10,000 Indian rupees or $150 per month for training purpose. Again, repeating, if you are Microsoft certified trainer or MVP, then for POC and for training purpose, Microsoft will give you 10,000 Indian rupees per month for next 1 year. And if I'm talking about the production environment, in production environment, usually customers are using pay-as-you-go subscription. Means they're using for a month, then only after it they're paying to the customer. Next is region, geography, region, zone, and data center. So guys, India is worldwide. We have 7 continents. We have multiple continents. India is one of the geographic location. In one geographic location, let me now from here. Let me start. Okay. So guys, India is one of the geographic location. Okay, so here the higher entity is geography. In one geography location, you'll get multiple region. In one region, there'll be multiple zone. In one zone, there will be multiple data centers. For example, this is one of the geographic location. This is one of the geographic location. In this geographic location, suppose there are multiple region. This is your region 1. Region 1, region 2, region 3. Suppose Mumbai, Pune, and Chennai. In one region, this is region 1, region 2, and region 3. Region 3. In each region, there will be multiple zone. Suppose, one second. Suppose guys, here we have zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. Okay, in each zone, there will be multiple data center. 1 to 3 data center. In each zone, there will be minimum 1 data center. Maximum this number can be 3. Suppose this is data center number 1, data center number 2, and data center number 3. Okay, so guys, what is this? This is geographic location. In this geographic location, you'll get multiple region, the region 1, region 2, region 3. In each region, you'll get multiple zone. In each zone, you'll get a multiple data center. How? I'm going to explain. So here guys, what I'm doing, India is one of the example is India is one of the geographic location. India map. So here, India is one of the geographic location. In India, we have copy image. Let me check for the better image, guys. So this is one of the geographic location. China is another geographic location. Okay, United States is one of the geographic location. So here, this is India. India is one of the geographic location. In this geographic location, Microsoft will give you multiple region. So one region is here in Mumbai. Suppose guys, this is your Mumbai. This is one region. Second region is Pune, and the third region is Chennai. So there are 3 regions as of now. Publicly, there are 3 regions available. Name is Mumbai, West India. This is West India. This is your Central India, and this is your South India. All these 3 regions are interconnected. Okay, in this region, this is about the region. So guys, this is geographic location. In this geographic location, you'll get multiple region. Now in each region, there will be one or multiple zone. Sorry, there will be multiple zone, not in each. So now let me show you. Like suppose this is your region. This is level 1 and this is level 2. Suppose this is one of the region. So in India, how many regions do we have? Total number 3. Region name is, let me note it down here, or this is called the West India. This is West India region. Anyway, West India, Central India. Central India, West India means Mumbai, Central India means Pune, and this is South India. South India means Chennai. So guys, there are 3 regions available. In each region, so okay, one more thing. There are 2 type of regions available worldwide. One is type A region and the second is type B region. So suppose the first one is the left side is type A region. In type A region, inside the region, you will get the zone. Suppose guys, this is zone. Here, this is type A region. In this type of region, there will be zone, at least 3 zone. In type A region, in one region, you'll get 3 zones, zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. While in type B region, directly inside the region, you'll get a data center. This is a tricky point, little guys. So here, in type A region, this is your region. This is your region, type A region, and this is your type B region. In type A region, inside the region, you'll get multiple zone. So this is zone 1, this is your zone 2, and this is zone 3. So this feature is not available everywhere. Worldwide, we have, I think, more than 15 type A region. So in type A region, you see, okay. So these zones will be interconnected. You see here, these will be, this is zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. While in type B region, directly you'll get a data center. So here guys, in type B region, you'll get a data center. So in one region, you'll get 3 data center. This is DC1, DC2, and DC3. So guys, worldwide, Microsoft is offering 67 region, and there are 2 type of regions available, type A region and type B region. In type A region, inside region, you'll get 3 zone, and inside zone, you will get minimum 1 and maximum 3 data center. You see here you'll get minimum 1 data center, maximum the number of data center can be 3. And this feature is not available here. This feature in India, we have 3 regions available. This feature is available in Pune only. Remember, this feature is not available everywhere. It's available in Pune only. So these are data center 1, data center number 2, and data center number 3. Okay. These are your 3 data centers. So 1, 2, it can be 1, 2, or maximum 3 in each zone. And these 3 will be interconnected. Similarly, here we have a data center. These 3 data center will be internally interconnected. So guys, this is type A region and this is type B region. In India, we have 3 regions available. 1 type A region, which is in Pune, and 2 type B region, which is Mumbai and Chennai. Now, it's time for the question. If you have any question, please unmute and ask your question, guys. Any question from anyone?
Okay, I'll ask one, a basic question.
So, why is it important for a typical architect or somebody who's done this course to know about these regions? What's the importance?
So guys, why it's so important for architects? Usually what people are doing as a developer, suppose I'm working as a developer, admin, or data engineer. So usually in India, what we do, we feel that if you have anything in United States or European country, it will be better. So usually what people do, people create everything in United States or European countries. For during the development, it's okay. But whenever your project will go in production environment, that time people are getting lots of latency. So that time you should know uh, how you should design the system to avoid the latency. Otherwise, I remember if anyone who is working as a developer or admin, they are preferring, especially if you're from India, people are preferring to go with either Europe or United States. I suggest everyone to provision everything to nearby your customer location. For example, if your customer is from Germany, so try to create everything in Germany. If your customer is from Korea, so create everything in Korea. If your customer is from maybe from Brazil, then create everything in Brazil. Don't try to create in United States. Otherwise, you people will feel the latency. And why Microsoft is maintaining multiple data centers? Suppose if they will go with the one data center, and because of certain region, maybe because of any particular disaster, maybe earthquake, tsunami, fire, software failure, hardware failure, there may be downtime of situation. To avoid such type of downtime of situation, Microsoft introducing multiple data center in one region, so that if one data center is getting failed, still services should be up and running from the second and third one. Similarly, here also, if suppose if one data center fail, no problem. You have multiple instances available distributed here. Your business will be up and running. What will happen if entire zone is getting failed? Still, services should be up and running. The region your data would be distributed in multiple zone of the same region. Clear? Any question?
So I have a question for the audience because Aradhya has been explaining this very well. So the smart people in the audience, if you're still, I'm testing if you're still awake. So
I
when we
have a
talk,
question. I have a
can
question.
can somebody wait a minute? Can somebody share with me what does latency mean, and is it measured in hours, minutes, or seconds, or milliseconds? Once again, the simple question is, what do you understand by latency? Is it measured in hours, weeks, months, seconds, or milliseconds? Anybody smart here?
It should be in minutes because real-time data is required. So live data want to see. So it should be in minutes or hours.
So you're meaning if I send a request to a server and it takes
Is that
100
a
milliseconds. In today's
hello?
world, in 2024, if I send a request to the server and it takes like minutes.
It should be in seconds, milliseconds.
Exactly, it should be in
Milliseconds.
milliseconds. Thank you.
Hello.
So milliseconds is the right answer. So whosoever is wanting to ask a question, please raise your hand so that we can identify you.
I think there's no more question. Okay,
So,
question from Josie.
so one question. So
I
it's
have
always be like a three, like in a zone, like a three center.
Can you please repeat your question?
So it always be like a three data center in a zone.
No, it will be 1 to 3. It can be 1, 2, or 3. It's not fixed.
Maximum up to three. You're saying.
So here, if you see here, availability zone. So this is one of the availability zone. In this availability zone, number can be 1, 2, or 3. One or more data centers. Usually Microsoft is providing 3 data center in one zone, but there are certain regions available where in one zone they have 1 or 2 data centers only.
So is there
For
any like
example,
logic behind it?
hmm?
Sorry. So is there any logic behind it?
Yeah,
Why there
I
is
tell
like
you. I
three
tell you
only?
something. So earlier, Pune in India, we have 3 regions available. Earlier, all the 3 regions were Type B region. Means there was no access concept earlier in. I think it was December 2021 when in Pune Microsoft launched availability zone feature. So what happened? If any region which is maybe it was set up by Microsoft 10 years ago and they are upgrading it. So in single they cannot upgrade everything. For example, initially Pune was Type B region. So it takes some time to upgrade from type A to type B to type A. So it took some time. So now in current situation in Pune also we have three zone, and in each zone we have three data centers. So during the development, at least it would be three. Sometime it is two. Maybe suppose there's a three data centers available, but there's some issue going on with the data center number one. So no problem. Still services will be up and running from the remaining two. So suppose
Yeah, that's
three
fine.
and
Like,
total nine data center, and suppose there's a maintenance is going on here as well as here. So what will happen? Three, two, and two, or maybe because of some disaster, these two data centers are down. Then it will be one, three, and three.
yeah, but I got that point. Like, my question is why is it like 1, 2, 3? Why it's not goes to 1, 2, 4 or like on one
It's
or
a
two
invest-
on?
main reason is investment. So what happened whenever government is planning for expressway? So what they say, okay, let's do one thing. Let's build the expressway with a two lane. Then after 5 years, three lane. After it, four lane. Have you seen? Similarly, what they say, okay, let's do one thing, let's set up, and there'll be provision to go with the three, but let's start with the one. Whenever going forward in future, we'll get lots of volume. That time we'll upgrade from one to two. Then again in future, two to three. Same like the
Okay.
expressway. Region is to set up a region, it required a few $1 billion investment. So suppose there's no much requests or there's no much users, so why they will invest 4 5 billion dollar? Let's start with the $1 billion. Whenever in future we'll get the high volume, that time we'll upgrade it.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking this question because it looks like in like yeah might be like that is not much of a data. Like if you see in that Europe, there are like a lot of data centers. So
Hmm.
it is the same structure in the Europe also, or like in US also.
And why they prefer to upgrade Central India first? The region is Mumbai region is mainly dedicated for the Mumbai market. Okay, and Central India is very big. Central India means Pune region is very big. So here, if I'm from Delhi, you are from Gujarat, or anyone who is from I mean maybe from Bihar, maybe you are from Pakistan. So all your data would be available here in Central India. Bengal, Bihar, Northeast, all these data usually are preferring to go with the. So even if you check the distance from Delhi to Mumbai, it would be I think 100 kilometer far from Central India. So here, whenever I try to create anything, even Microsoft also recommend me to create everything in Central India. Let me show you. Suppose I'm going to create anything. So you see, this is my portal. I'm going to create a resource group. Suppose. So let's see what recommendation Microsoft will give me. So here I'm planning to create a resource group. Resource group name I'll pass here as Coca-Cola IES. And here I'll pass India. Recommendation is to go with the Central India. Why Central India? The region is Central India, means Pune is more closer for me. So what they will do, they will identify what is your current longitude and latitude. So from your current location, they will measure which one is the closest region for you. They will give you as a recommendation. If I want, I can go with Central India or I can go with the US also. But Microsoft is recommending to go with the Central India. Why they're recommending? They're recommending for the future purpose. Whenever in future you will use the data from the Central India, you'll get the better performance. If I'll go with the South India, I can go with South India, but that time I'll face little latency. Maybe here latency from Central India, latency 1 second. So if you are accessing your data from South India, latency will be maybe 3 seconds. And if you're accessing from Japan, then it may be 10 seconds. So to avoid the latency, Microsoft is recommending to use the nearby regions.
Excellent. I think Joshi has a quick question. Joshi, do you want to quickly ask a question?
Yes. So my question is, when Azure has the data centers, one you have shown that Dover it has own data center. So we are going for data center to reduce the installation and or hardware and this cost. So then again, why this Dover has its own?
Okay. So see, as of now, market for cloud is growing. very fast. If I'm talking the public, private, or hybrid, everywhere, it's a growing business. But still, there are lots of companies, they have their own setup available. Suppose Dabur, earlier there was a IT department in Dabur. Still, they have IT department, but only 3 people in IT department. Earlier, there was hundreds of people. But for Dabur, it's not their expertise. They are from FMCG background. So their expertise is FMCG. So what they did, they outsourced everything to Accenture. Accenture is maintaining everything in under the Dabur premise. So means they have their infrastructure available since last 25 years, so they are maintaining it. One more region, like lots of companies like defense, banking, aerospace, there are lots of companies, they never recommend to expose or to deploy, to move their data in public cloud. They are preferring to deploy everything under their premise, under their data center. But not all companies, just certain sectors like defense, aerospace, banking, they have their own data. Like PNB Bank, they have their own data centers. SBI own data centers. But if I'm talking about the Haldiram, uh, Greenply, Greenply, Greenlam Industries. Similarly, we have millions of companies. They don't have their IT department. Their infrastructure is maintained either in public cloud or private cloud. If any customer is looking for the infrastructure only, then they are preferring to go with the private cloud. If any customer is looking for the infrastructure plus best technologies available in industry, then they are preferring to go with the cloud based, means public cloud, like Microsoft, AWS, or Google Cloud. So every time companies are not looking only infrastructure. Sometimes companies are looking for some excellent application or services offered by companies. For example, SAP. Almost almost 99% big organizations are using SAP. What happened? Where their data is available in Microsoft Azure, they cannot store their data in private cloud. Why they cannot store the region? SAP is not available in private cloud. SAP is available in Microsoft cloud. And integration is much easy, much flexible. It's a trusted, tried and trusted. So whenever SAP will get any customer, they are planning to go with the Microsoft Azure. In 99.99% time, you guys can check over the internet also, these two companies are partnered. They are implementation partner. Means software will be from the SAP and infrastructure from the Microsoft. And once SAP will be set up in Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing, going forward, if the same company is planning on top of the SAP data, you have to provide some data engineering activity. For data engineering activity, again, they will go to Microsoft services like Data Factory, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, Data Lake, and Microsoft Fabric. In case they want to develop some application, they will prefer to go with the .NET, and that application again they will deploy here in Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing, either if machine either in machine on top of the machine, or app service environment. So it's just a correction, terms, integration, and many factors. There are lots of other factors also. One more thing, guys, tomorrow. For tomorrow demo, the topic will start is storage account. That's one of the biggest topic, and it's one of the common topic for everyone. It doesn't matter from which background you guys are. If anyone who is from admin background, architecting, development, data engineering, data science, or any other background, this is common for all. So tomorrow time would be evening 5 to 7 p.m. IST.
Yeah. So guys, do not miss, and we'll try to open up the Zoom 10 minutes ahead of time. So let's try to join early so that we don't want to waste your time or Aaradhya's time. Prem Sai and Akriti, if you're here, we need to open up 10 minutes early so that people can settle down by the time we start, and we'll do this hands-on lab exercise of what storage account is, how it is useful, and a proper full-fledged demo. So guys, did you enjoy this session? Did you learn anything new today? Or is there any self-proclaimed expert that claims that he knew everything what was covered today? You can all unmute yourself, guys. We are about to wrap up. So did you learn anything new today at all?
Yes, sir. We have learned so much.
All righty.
So guys, like this, once we progress session after session, today was to give you like the glimpse of various things in one. But as we proceed through the session, there'll be focus on individual topics, and then you have the ability to ask questions. And one thing I personally liked about Aradhya so much, that when he was teaching, he was giving examples of different companies which are right next to you. I mean, Dabur is an Indian company, and a lot of students are from India. We have people globally. So when you meet an architect level person, that person give you practical examples of what they're dealing in the job every single day, and they can give you, like he talked about Accenture, he talked about Dabur, he talked about other companies. So those are so t- it is very easy for me or anybody to go to Udemy, to go to YouTube, to go to Coursera. You can take basic awareness at a very high level, but if you're doing something from YouTube, Udemy, uh, you will not gain hardcore practical knowledge which is necessary for your success in today's competitive market. Like Aradhya said, earlier, 10 years back, even if you could spell CLOUD cloud, and if you could draw a cloud, you would probably get in, because they'll think, oh, you've done something nice. You can at least spell cloud. But today's environment is not like that. The industry is maturing or has matured already quite a bit. So you require real practitioners to teach you. And again, that's why we have Aradhya leading this effort. And I'm so happy to have him, guys. Uh, um, Aradhya, thank you so much. I know it was, you've taken your family time to give us a demo. Um, and so, Aradhya, only one thing I'll ask you, and maybe we can cover it tomorrow.
Hmm.
So the duration of this thing is typically three months, right?
Yeah, at least for 3 months. At least for 3 months.
Three.
Some
Yeah.
clients would have
Plus,
been in
yeah,
some of
plus
the places.
minus. Yeah, plus.
Dispute.
Yeah. Got you. So, guys, I would like everyone by tomorrow. Tomorrow, you can take down we will provide you with the contact number, because many people start enrolling from day one itself. We have 10 people already, wanting to, they're pestering me on the DM. We want to enroll. So guys, we'll share the number of Aradhya. If you want to do it today, to some people you can give that, but you can please, or you can ask in the group. We will share Aradhya's WhatsApp or whatever is comfortable with him. Please reach out to him directly for all the formalities, and uh, somebody will take care of you. Either Aradhya directly or a person he assigns will take care of you. But you feel free to reach out to Aradhya. But please, guys, do me a big favor. Please don't start talking about what's free, wh- what's just. Guys, every professional has a value, and the value of the education Aradhya is bringing is very, very high. So talk to him, clear your questions. Feel free, guys, but don't start saying, "Hey, I spent XYZ money in my sister's marriage, and therefore, can you do it for free, sir? Can you do it for 5 rupees, sir? Can you do it for 1,000?" Whatever is the thing, we'll share it tomorrow. Okay, and Aradhya is available to answer every single question himself. So you don't have to reach out to me. You don't have to reach out to Akriti or Prem. Aradhya directly will answer every all other questions, right? All right. Thank you so much, guys, for being with us. And seriously, I'm really sorry that some of the people missed this class. I hope they'll be there tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much, Aradhya.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.